What else?
Guruji, can you tell us more about life in the ashram?
Life in the ashram is really no different from life outside. The only thing is that your energy is more, energy and effort and intention is more channeled towards your spiritual evolution. And spiritual evolution means that you are rising above your lower nature, animalistic nature, which is what predominates in the majority of humanity. And that is in the form of lust, anger, greed, hatred, jealousy, envy, and a lot of fear. As you continue to live life guided and dominated by your lower nature, it intensifies it. And it does not lead to real fulfillment and happiness. Here in the ashram, we try to live a life that helps us to express the higher human nature of love, compassion, mercy, generosity, forgiveness, patience, tolerance. This is what should be referred to as human nature. The lower nature is animalistic nature. And because that predominates so much in our personality, we have to make so much effort to inculcate human values and human nature of love and so on. And in that, as you continue to do that, expressing it, manifesting it in your personality, in your life, you'll experience more fullness. And that is what we try to live our life in, that kind of awareness. Here in the ashram, we still struggle to provide for ourselves, to provide for maintaining the ashram and so on. And in doing that, we collectively are involved in this process, and more it becomes selfless. And in that way, you have the opportunity to leave behind the lower nature and to experience bliss instead of just pleasure. The outside world, most people just pursue wealth and pleasure. And that's because we are conditioned to feel that happiness comes from pleasure. So the more happy you want to be, the more you think you have to have more and more pleasure. And this is a great fallacy. That's not the truth. The truth is happiness comes from peace. Peace comes from peace of mind. That does not mean that you're not enjoying life. Rasa sing the song, from joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt again. From joy you came. You came from God. God is joy. So you're here to enjoy, not to be a miserable person, to enjoy. And if you live your life in that kind of awareness that you came from joy, you're here to enjoy, and then you'll go back to joy. But because we do not understand this basic truth, that we came from God, we came from joy, we incarnate here, and we think that we are here to work, and to amass and all this misery loaded up in our head. And then eventually we cry to God, God, why have you burdened me so much? And the truth is, you are burdening your own self, piling up all this sin on your head because of the delusion That's what you're here for. To amass lots of wealth so that you can have lots of pleasure, so that you're going to be happy. And even though you see it all around, this doesn't apply, it's not the truth, yet still nobody tell you anything different. Here at the ashram, those of you who are here, it's not that you do not explore pleasure. You live in an age where younger and younger people are experiencing so much of that. Lots of wealth, if they didn't work for it, at least their parents have lots of wealth. And they're able to explore lots of pleasure. And then they realize that that's not really giving you that fullness that you crave. It only drains you. Make you addicted, make bondage and so on. So here we study the scriptures, we have that faith in the teachings of the scripture, teachings of the masters, teaching of the Guru, and try to put it in practice. So, in this ashram, we practice what is called Sampoorna yoga, the yoga of fullness, which involves the intelligent integration of Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Nada Yoga. And integrating this in our practice and in our daily life, it helps to accelerate the process of purification, refinement, and that expresses as good health, peace of mind, joy, more and more fullness. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.